Hi, Rich Tehrani with TMC here. Thanks for watching. We're in San Jose this week, and on our program is Paul Doscher. He is the CEO of Lucid Imagination. And Paul, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Rich. Great to be here.
We're thrilled to have you, and I'd love to know what Lucid Imagination does.
So we're the commercial software company that supports and sponsors the Apache projects Lucene and Solr, which are the most broadly deployed enterprise search technology in the world.
Okay, so trends in the market that you've seen. Search is obviously so important. I mean, everyone knows companies like Bing, they know Google, Yahoo.
Right.
Tell us where you fit in the world.
No, so that's great. That's a great place to start. It helps, sort of position what we do versus what they do. So take that paradigm of being able to search for anything, like you do on the web, whether it's Google, Bing, or whatever, and now move that to the enterprise. And now overlay that type of technology, that capability in the enterprise so that you could basically have a portal or have a keyword box. You could type in a keyword and all the information within the enterprise would now be at your fingertips. And that's what enterprise search does. It actually allows you to integrate structured, unstructured, semi-structured, and machine-generated content and bring contextual relevance to it so that, again, you can type in a keyword and information comes back to you at your fingertips.
So some obvious areas where that technology can be used are contact centers, help desks, support areas within an organization, right?
Marketing and sales information, product information, supply chain and logistics, all different facets of an enterprise where you have multiple applications that all have different pieces of information around a particular subject. Now you can aggregate all that content and you can now bring it to the decision makers and the people that need to see it.
So there's a number of software companies that are also competing in that space. There's Google's Appliance, there are smaller database companies like DT Search. I mean, there's a bunch of competitors.
Autonomy and Deca.
Right, Autonomy is a big one.
Most of the big ones have already been acquired, which is good for us. So HP acquired Autonomy, Oracle acquired it in Deca, IBM just acquired a company called Vivissimo. And so most of the commercial players have already been now consumed. It's interesting is that now open source actually becomes a safe choice because open source technology has been around for a while. It's downloaded hundreds of thousands of times a month all over the world. It's used by a large percentage of enterprises from large to small. It powers major websites like Facebook and Twitter. So this technology is broadly used, broadly understood, and broadly deployed. And what's great about that now is enterprises know that they can turn to open source and it becomes a safe choice because it's sponsored by a community. You don't have to worry about vendor lock-in or anything else.
Right? It's cost effective and it's been beat up, so security generally is pretty tight because there's been a lot of opportunity to find the holes.
Well, see, that's part of the value add that Lucid Imagination provides. So there's the open source projects, Lucene and Solr, that are downloaded through the Apache Foundation. Lucid Imagination offers a commercial technology on top of it that you license, again, relative to the larger commercial players, very inexpensive, but very cost effective. And what we focus on is bringing security to that open source project. We also focus on the GUI interface and we focus on the connector framework. So we try and make the open source technology more enterprise ready and more enterprise scalable and therefore provide value add in terms of working with major customers.
Now, how do we rank the accuracy or efficiency of search if a company is looking to work with your organization or they want to put a Google appliance in their network or Autonomy or any of the other solutions? They obviously are going to look at price, they're going to look at maybe reputation of the company, the ability to have support, but also how effective is the search, how accurate is the search, how good is it at screening out the junk results, et cetera.
Right. So what you're talking about now are the characteristics around that people build their wish list around what it is that they want to do. A lot of that is actually driven by the application. So search as a market has evolved so that it used to be just simple power a website or go to a content management system and bring back results or help people discover the dark data, that stuff that's distributed out on their file shares. What we're now seeing is being used to develop the next wave of information applications, especially as it relates to big data. So now you have this Hadoop instance or this MongoDB instance or any of the NoSQL players, and now you need the ability to develop an application on top of that that's repeatable and that can be broadly distributed. Search provides the best opportunity to develop search-enabled applications so that you can now develop that next phase of information applications because of that ability to aggregate all that content into context and actually respond to business users. So it's becoming actually, it's sort of going through a transformative phase right now, but we think on the other side of this is huge opportunity, both for the search space as well as for the big data space.
So what's next?
So what's next for Lucid Imagination is we launched our beta for our big data, Lucid Works for Big Data, back in May. We've had tremendous response from very large companies to very small companies, and we're going to work that through the summer and go to general availability with that technology in the fall. And so, like I said, we've had tremendous input, and we think we've really got a home run here on our hands, with this opportunity. We're still very vested in search, and we're still providing a lot of capabilities there. We just think now building a multifaceted company that provides all of the opportunity and allows people to enjoy the benefits of this is really just sort of the next wave, and we're tremendously excited about it. We think it's going to be great.
Excellent. Well, thanks for being here today.
All right, Rich, thank you.